Hey, Woody here, and this is a 1v1 on the map Lost Temple. It's myself as the blue Terran on the 6 o'clock position, and my enemy, Safakab, as the red Zerg in the 12 o'clock position. Now, this is a pretty good game, to be honest, and any of you people who want to know how to fight against a Terran player who goes mech, then check this one out. This is quite interesting how this one plays out, really. And how many oversights one can make in a single game, really. So I'm going to speed up the gameplay and see if we can get something cracking on. Typical build orders going on at the moment, very standard for me. I'm going to be building this barracks right after that one, and my enemy is going to be doing a scout by 12 food by the looks of it. Let's keep an eye and see when he does his spawning pull. Looks like a bit of economy at the moment. It's a good position for it. So that was a 13 spawning pull. Will an extractor come soon? Or will it not? If it doesn't, that might be a sure sign that your opponent isn't going to be... no, he is doing an extractor, never mind that. A bit later than I would have normally expected though. Now myself, I'm just going to be making marines, and I'm going to be getting myself my command center whilst trying to deal with this drone that's in my face, or in my base, whichever way you want to say. Marine comes in to help. So I'm going to be spamming out marines whilst trying to get myself a factory. It's been very annoying here taking my extractor. It's not a big deal at this point, but it is a nuisance, that's for sure. I was thinking he was going to cancel it, but I don't think he's going to. No, he doesn't. So I'm going to have to take that bit longer to kill it now. So what are we looking at? Anything being produced? Oh, I've done an annoying similar thing by building a bunker where stopping him from making his hatchery right as the expansion. So that's going to be a bit of a nuisance there, really. So he's got himself 17 drones, I got myself 18 SCVs. I managed to kill that extractor and now get myself a refinery and a factory to back it up. So I'll continue spamming out marines for the meantime. And then I'm going to salvage this bunker. I need more practice with this, but I've got it fairly right. I could probably last a little longer on that, like a second. Needless to say, that's a good bit of time bought for me. His Zerglings are now sort of useless. He's going to have to bring them down anyway, but with this many marines he's not going to be able to bust through. And I was concerned about him doing the baneling bust actually, since I did stop him from getting his fast expansion as such. Then I was concerned that he might just go and screw me over with one base all in or something, whilst I'm getting myself factories. So that's something I was concerned about. But all you need to do in that sense is just scout a lot basically, and make sure that you keep scouting in intervals like 20 seconds or something, just to make sure you can look at the Zerglings, get an idea whether they're turning into banelings or not. Because if you don't scout often enough, then he could turn them all into banelings and then bust through quite easily. Zergling doesn't get that much information other than the fact that I've probably hidden some buildings at the back, and this barracks isn't having a tech lab. So his hatchery is going to go up soon. He's getting himself a hydraless den, so he's going fast hydras by the looks of it. Or straight to hydras at least anyway. So I'll be getting myself tanks. Siege mode and tank coming out. I'll get myself another tech lab. I was considering getting the reactor for that to pump out Hellions. But I was going to go kind of tank heavy in this game, or try to get tanks. Meanwhile get myself a command center since I had the spare minerals. And then move it over. So 3 hydras are being made at the moment. Tanks. I am making a Hellion out of my factory because I didn't have enough Thespian gas to keep making tanks for the moment. I haven't played around with a mech build that much, and I know it's very powerful against Zerg, and I'm learning all the time basically on how to perfect it. And I'm pretty confident that once you do know exactly what you're doing with mech, it is virtually impossible for the Zerg to beat you. But until that time comes, I haven't got any guaranteed wins just for the moment. So my enemy is being annoying here with his overlord. That's not really going to irritate me, but I don't like the fact that creep is even there, to be quite frank. Puts me off. So I've built another barracks because I feel like I'm going to get too many minerals and I'm not going to be able to spend them. Whereas I could have obviously got myself another factory and got the reactor with the Hellions. But then again, the Marines aren't going to be too bad because I am concerned about Mutas at this point, because quite confident that his hatchery would have gone off by now and he's probably going to be getting himself a lot of gas now. Zerg with the expansion is pretty crucial for that. Now I'm trying to kill this overseer. It hasn't even got the speed and it's sneakily managing to get away, but luckily I've got this one Marine on the outside who's just going to be able to finish it off by the looks of it. Oh, there it goes. So we've got my expansion ready to move over. Convert it into an orbital command first, because that's basically what you do as Terran, so you can get the energy pumping away with it. It's well worth doing that. Moving out a bit now with my tank and quite a few Marines. Got tanks in good positions here. See what my enemy is trying to make. He's getting himself missile attacks, so that's ranged attacks. Obviously the Hydralisk range attack as well, that's crucial. I'm going to be building myself fours because I am concerned about mutas. I've done a scan just now to see if there were any mutas being made. Can't see anything, but because he's spreading creep, he could well be building a spire at this point, or at this point at the left here, so you can never be too careful. Just because a scan doesn't show spire doesn't mean that there's not necessarily one being built. So that's paranoia for you at least. So I'm going to be making myself fours to go with this army. Now what I should have done in hindsight is make myself just 1-4 at least, and then continue making tanks. But we'll see how this all plays out. So I'm in a good position here. I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm going to move out. But personally, from my experience now, I feel like you probably need about 4 to 5 tanks before you really start to push out, just for that guaranteed position. So my enemy is, well, sitting at the Selnaga Tower is a great position to have tanks, basically, because I get vision, I can see miles, and they got 13 range when they're in siege mode. So it's beautiful, really. He's trying to spread creep tumors, get himself more fission, which is great for him. He's doing a very good job on that. Got a lot of hydras. He's now starting to build roaches because he's got himself the roach den, and he's upgrading glial reconstruction, which is the speed of roaches. So I'll just double check on that. Yes, it is. So I've got myself a 4 here, so in case any mutas come in, the 4 is going to deal with that. On top of the Marines and the tanks, I feel like I've got a really good moment here. You know, I've got my expansion starting to pump out. Would be if I didn't forget to build supply depots. I'm still not exactly that great with Terran, but I do enjoy playing them. The more I play them, the easier it gets. Just denied him a creep tumor there. Kind of forcing him to come out here, which is great for me because my tanks are going to be dealing with that very nicely. Managed to kill a lot of my Marines, 1 tank, but he's going to have to back up here, really, to be honest, because it doesn't look too great for him. Funnily enough, I'm still actually got a lower food count than him. Now I'm building a bunker here just to annoy him a bit. And I'm going to be putting a siege tank sort of behind the bunker. That was just a theory I had. Like I say, I haven't worked out exactly what to do with mech, but I've got theories on how to do it. So a bunker would be quite handy. I didn't actually continue building that, which was a mistake on my part, but you can see where I'm coming from. If you've got the building in front and then the tank slightly behind it, it makes it a bit more annoying for them to get to the tanks. Yeah, it's just an idea I had. So he's getting himself the ability to tunnel underneath the ground with roaches. And somewhere along the line, yes, he's upgrading burrow. Now we're going to see just how useful burrowed roaches are against siege mech. They are essentially the saving grace. Now I didn't personally think he could break through and destroy all that I had here. I thought, oh, I've got a couple of tanks, 4s, no way he's going to be able to beat that. But you can see he actually quite comfortably killed it, to be honest. There was a lot of roaches there basically doing a job there. Now what makes me think here is I've gone too heavy on 4s, way too heavy on 4s. I haven't even seen Mutalisks yet, so why am I still making 4s? All that time I should have been making tanks. I think if you're ever going to sit outside your enemy's base, make sure you have 4 to 5 tanks minimum, okay? Unless you know they've got very little. My opponent had more food than me. So me sitting there with like 2 tanks was not a great idea.